The Alchemist, a book by Paulo Coelho. Autograph feature is available for this video. You can change settings to listen in your language. Now imagine chasing a dream so distant, so uncertain that the entire world seems to conspire against you, or perhaps with you. This is the story of Santiago, a humble shepherd boy who dared to follow his heart and discovered the true treasure of life. Welcome to the journey of The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho, a story that is not just about chasing gold but about finding purpose, destiny, and meaning. Chapter 1. The Dream. Santiago, a young shepherd from Andalusia in Spain, lives a simple life, tending to his sheep, yet deep inside he feels a restlessness, a longing for something greater. One night he dreams of a treasure hidden at the base of the Egyptian pyramids. At first he dismisses it, but when the same dream returns, he begins to wonder, could this be destiny calling? So, the lesson from this chapter: dreams are not random, they are often whispers of our deeper desires, our personal legends, as Coelho calls them. The first step to living a meaningful life is to listen to those whispers. Chapter 2. The Encounter with the King. As Santiago contemplates his future, he meets an old man named Melchizedek, the mysterious King of Salem. The king tells him, when you want something, all the universe conspires in helping you to achieve it. Though skeptical, Santiago sells his flock of sheep and begins his journey towards Egypt. So, the lesson from this chapter is taking the first step towards your dream requires courage. But once you commit, life has a strange way of opening doors where there were only walls. Chapter 3. The Crystal Shop. Santiago's path is not easy. Soon after arriving in Tangier, he is robbed of all his money. Lost and heartbroken, he could easily return home, but instead he chooses to stay. He works for a crystal merchant, helping him grow his small shop into a thriving business. In doing so, Santiago learns patience, discipline, and the art of turning obstacles into opportunities. So, the lesson from this chapter is every setback carries the seed of growth. Often struggles prepare us for the bigger journey ahead. Chapter number 4. Across the Desert. With renewed strength, Santiago joins a caravan crossing the desert towards the pyramids. In the silence of the desert, he learns to listen not just to the wind and sand, but to his own heart. Here he meets an Englishman searching for an alchemist, a man said to hold the secret of turning lead into gold. Santiago realizes that true treasure may not always be material but spiritual. So, the lesson from this chapter is wisdom often lies in the journey, not the destination. The desert teaches us patience, resilience, and faith. Chapter 5 The Alchemist. Finally, Santiago meets the alchemist himself, a wise man who teaches him the most important truth, that the treasure you seek is found by listening to your heart and allying the soul of the world. The alchemist shows Santiago that fear is the only thing standing between him and his destiny, and that when we truly desire something, it is because it is already written in the language of the universe. So, the lesson from this chapter is fear is an illusion. The real courage lies in trusting yourself and moving forward despite uncertainty. Chapter 6 The Treasure. At last, Santiago reaches the pyramids. He digs, desperate to find gold, but he is beaten by robbers who mock him. Ironically, one of the robbers reveals that he too once had a dream of a treasure buried in Spain under a sycamore tree. And in that moment, Santiago realizes the truth. The treasure was not in Egypt at all, it was back where he began, under the tree where he had first dreamed. He returns home, digs beneath the sycamore tree, and finds the treasure chest waiting for him. But more valuable than the gold is the wisdom he has gained, that life's real treasure is the journey itself, the courage to follow one's personal legend, and the transformation we undergo along the way. So, the lesson here is sometimes we search the world for answers only to discover that the treasure was within us all along. The Alchemist is more than a novel, it's a mirror. It reflects our own dreams, our fears, and our search for meaning. Santiago's story reminds us, if we dare to follow our heart, to embrace the unknown, and to trust the universe, we too can find our treasure. So, what's your personal legend? And are you ready to take the first step towards it? Thank you for joining this journey through The Alchemist. If you found these lessons inspiring, make sure to like, share, and subscribe for more life-changing book summaries. Until next time, keep chasing your treasure.